Good morning, Miss Kitty. Good morning. Let's go look at my garden. Mom's flowers. I don't know. I think this is a marigold of some sort, but I'm not sure. Mom's new rhubarb. Hopefully it'll survive. She had a huge patch over here for since I was a kid, and it finally molded last year for some weird reason and died. Here's my grandma or my mom's garden. She hasn't gotten hers all planted. She's been pretty sick. And there's my rosemary. Got all sorts of flowers on it. And I planted a pumpkin out here last night. So I keep this where the sun's not getting on it. But I had 6 altogether, I think. 6 or 7 in one tub. So I had to separate them, and I got 2 left in the tub. Here's my white cabbage, or green. That's cauliflower. I have 3 of those. And my mom's got 1. That's my newest lemon balm. There's lemon balm, and there's lemon balm. There's my beef steak tomato. The wind hurt my plant, or something did. And then this one, the same thing, the buckets rolled on top, so I had to bury them to the top, which is okay. They do better. And this is my yellow cherry. And of course, some more green cabbage. I think I had 6 or 7, 8. I had 8 of those. Lost count of things. So they're doing really well. Like the cooler weather. There's my other 2 pumpkins. There were seeds from 2023. So hopefully they'll produce. And I have only 2 red cabbages left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Out, 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 out. I don't know if you're the one that laid down on this one. But it's coming back. I had to kind of bury it up again. And then she gets out here and she follows me and wants to lay on stuff I'm touching. So it's just a cat. They do that. And these are my green bell peppers. I have 4 of those. Then I'm going to hopefully have some watermelon coming up pretty quick. Hopefully. So hopefully about a bunch of them, because they don't really do well here. Too cold. And that's a cantaloupe or honeydew. I'm not really sure. They were store-bought fruit. So I planted some of the seeds. They're not doing real well. That one's kind of alive right there, but it's not growing like the other one is. And then I just planted my corn. Day before yesterday? Yeah, day before yesterday. So I got 3 rows. Not big rows. I was hoping to get more, but I just don't have the space back here to do that. Then I planted cucumbers. I have this spot. Let's see. I have this spot here. Sorry, I forgot to adjust my camera. This is all cucumbers. Then I'm going to take this fencing and put it back over here, wire it up to this post, and they will grow up on that post. And then my mom's got some jalapenos that I'm going to plant, and I think I'm going to put them right here, because if I get pumpkin or watermelon, they will stretch out, and I'll just keep guiding them on this black plastic or black weed cover. But it's been pretty cold, but young plants don't mind that cooler temperature. This is the tree to heaven. It's a Chinese tree, but it froze off really bad and it's starting to grow back. So at the end of the year, this tree drops all of its branches. They just fall off. So all you're left with is the stalk. It is the strangest thing I've ever seen, but it's really close to the wires, the stupid telephone wires. So, and I got to get all these weeds here still pulled. Then I got to find some black plastic to cover up this weed pile here again, because it seems to help keep our gardens a little less full of grasshoppers. But when you have weeds around, the grasshoppers will stay in it. So you want to get rid of as many weeds as possible. So I've been told. And of course, my next door neighbor, they have lots of raspberries. Oh my gosh, they have a huge patch of black raspberries. These are our red raspberries. That's not, but there's a raspberry there. I mean, little ones all over. There's raspberry in our green onions. And then we got tons of garlic. That's wild garlic. My mom's been growing it in the yard forever. And then she's got a potato here. So hopefully she'll get some potatoes out of that. And then she's got peas also and radishes. Peas and radishes. And then she's got strawberry plants here. She had to put this over the top to keep the deer from eating them again. They had eaten them all the way down because they had big old leaves on them. But, and then this strawberry is doing pretty good because it had something over it, I guess. I don't know. Or she planted another one. Are you catching grasshoppers, Miss Kitty? Are you? Well, I hate to see you eat them because they claim they give you worms, but... And she's got her purple cat or lettuce, and it's like a butter lettuce here. I think those are butter, like a red butter or something. I don't know. And then she's got more radishes here, and like I said, they're just not making the fruit very well or head. And then she's got yummy leaf lettuce, but they're just not growing very big. And then these carrots, I believe, were started from last year but never froze because it didn't get very cold last year. So hopefully they will produce. Come on, Miss Kitty. And she just planted something here. I don't know. She doesn't have the paper out. I don't know what she planted there. Who knows? Then she's been growing spinach. We have been eating spinach like crazy. And she's got some basil. And this needs to be shaded. I have found that basil does better under shade. But here's her spinach patch. And then, of course, we've grown chives for ever and ever. And they grow the prettiest purple flowers. Look at those. They're so pretty. And then, of course, these are loaded with seeds. And which is kind of strange. I think it's because we're so dry. They don't grow on the ground out here. You have to water them in a bucket. They do better. This is supposed to be cucumber, but my mom cannot get her cucumbers to grow at all. She's planted seeds twice. And I'm not sure what kind of tomato this is. There's two of them in there, actually. So... yep, this is our garden, and this my nephew gave my mom. And I don't know. He said he built it, but I don't know if he did. Anyway, it does not keep your plants warm, and it cooks them, so you got to be really careful what you do in there. You could probably start seeds really good, but it would not be any good for anything else. And this is Welch's grape plant right here, and hopefully we're going to get some grapes in the next 5 years or so. If my mom's still around, she'll maybe hopefully get to see that. There's my petals. Where's my petals, huh? Was her hiding? Oh, it's a pretty girl. Pretty petals. Yeah, you're my precious, my princess, huh? Yeah, I said princess. I know. But this over here, we used to have poppies all over this, but Mom's been trying to kill them because they take over everything. And here's I can't remember what they call this, It has grown like mad, flowered every year for the last few years. Lots of heat. It likes the heat. Hollyhocks right there. Not very big yet. And then there's a hollyhock over here by the native girl, by the Indian. And this is a tiny cherry. They're really good when they grow and they fruit, but it's got to get bigger than that because the deer keep eating it. And everything froze this year, so yeah, all the fruit froze. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's just getting ready to bloom. I don't know. It might make it. That'd be nice because it makes awesome jelly. And there's the pear tree. Was about 5 feet. And we have a couple of buck in our yard that have annihilated all of my mom's fruit trees. And then, of course, her flowers. Aren't they pretty? This thing is so cool, but it keeps getting blown around by the wind. So, and then our front yard, which is a mess, but hollyhocks, and they are producing. So, and we got a ton of hollies on the top. They are fruiting out really pretty, or not fruiting, but flowering out. This is a choke cherry, which has been devastated by the heat and the drought. So I can't really water stuff when you got a drought going on. You shouldn't be. Garden, yes. Grass, not so much. But we've had enough rain that's kept our grass alive. Sort of. These, I think, are jalapenos. Yeah, this is where I'm going to get my jalapenos from, but we're trying to harden them outside. And I can't remember what she said this is, but look at how pretty it vines. Look at that. It's just vining all over the place. But it's outside indoor plant. You got to bring it in the winter. But, well, all right. That is my garden for right now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.